All right, y'all. Hello, Booktube World. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I am back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about some fall books that I'm really excited to read. Some of them are new and have been on my shelves for quite some time, and some of them are new releases or have not been released yet. So if any of these books sound interesting to you, please be sure to add them to your TBR, but to also check the release date because some of them aren't out yet. I think one of them comes out in November. So yeah, just be wary of that. Some of them, most of them come out in August or September, but I think there's one that comes out in October and one that comes out in November. So just make sure that you check the release date so that you're not like thinking it's going to come out soon and waiting if it sounds like something interested to you. But I, for one, am somebody who absolutely loves the fall season. Everyone in my family knows I love fall. I just love just seeing the crunchy leaves and the costumes and the perfect weather and the pumpkin spice and the pumpkin painting. And I just love everything about fall. Fall has always been my favorite season. And then it's just like a perfect lineup because you have like Halloween, you have spooky season, then you have Christmas and Thanksgiving, then you have New Year's, then you have Valentine's Day. Like that whole lineup is just like my favorite part of the year. Like the first half, I'm just like, whatever. The only thing I'm excited for really is like my birthday. Other than that, I'm just like, okay, like I don't care about summer. Spring isn't my favorite. Like once we're done with the rain and it's just like crunchy leaves and 70-degree weather and I can put a sweater on and just be cozy and just comfy, I'm just a happy girl. Okay. So I just want to talk about 15 books that I'm really excited to read this fall season. I've already started reading one of them. I'm just like I've wrapped up the books that I was like in the middle of. I think I'm only in the middle of maybe four more books, but I haven't been actively reading them, so I'll probably just read them here and there just to completely clear my TBR. But the only books I want in my vicinity right now are fall books. So let's talk about the 15 that I am excited for. Okay, so the first book that I have is Grady Hendrix' book, which is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. I got this on my, why am I like crooked? I got this when I went to Florida, which I have a bookstore vlog. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it up above so you can check it out. But I got this when I was in Florida and I just love Grady Hendrix. I've read one other book by him that was like a vampire housewives moment. Really fun, really like 90s theme. I feel like it was just perfectly done. And there was like commentary on race and stuff like that. And he had another book that was written, I think it was like a haunted house, but I didn't hear great things about it, so I just like spared myself from that. But this one sounds really interesting. I know it's like following underage moms, like maybe like teenage moms um who like go to some type of like boarding school or something like that. I don't really know. Y'all know I have been staying very far away from synopsis because they just tell too much, and it's so much more fun when you go into the plot and have no idea about the name, the vague plots. The only thing I know is it's a fantasy book and I trust this author, and it's called The Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. So I just think it's going to be good. The cover is really cute. It's like a lava lamp. I love it. I'm just like, I'm trusting Grady Hendrix, so I'm excited to read this one. I feel like it's the perfect book for fall. Anything that has witches is like my favorite. Witches and fall books are like my favorite types of books to read during fall, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. So that's the first one. Okay, the next book that I have, I don't know if I'm gonna fully read this because it's so, look at this, it's a chunka. Okay, it's called Empire of the Vampire, and you already know this is by J. Kristoff. A few people I've seen read it, they've said pretty good things about it. I feel like just this cover alone really just sells it. It's been sitting on my shelves for quite some time, and I just have never been pushed to want to read it until recently. I just get so excited about fall, and when I looked at my shelves and I was like, what can I read that's like on my shelves that I really want to pick up, and this was one of the books that was like calling to me. And as of lately, my attention span has been great, so I'm just gonna hold on to that and read big books if I have time to read big books, because if my attention span is there, anything is possible. Okay, I've been having a really great time like exploring different bookstores, and when I go to bookstores I stay there for like 4 or 5 hours, and during that time I read a ton of books. So I feel like this is the season for me to be picking up a book that is this big. How many pages is there? Oh, look at this art, y'all. Look at this art. Hold on. Can y'all see? Look at that. Oh, I just opened the page and I just saw that. Oh, I love it. Tat it up, baby. This is gonna be a time. Because how many pages is this? And there's art in here. Ooh. I just looked down and saw more art. It's over 700 pages. So I'm going to say like 730 pages. Because that was 695 and I saw some art. So I'm going to say this is about 730 pages or so. I've read books that are longer than this, so I will be okay. The font is a little small. I'm not going to hold you. It's, let me see. But there's a lot of art in here and stuff. And like, yeah, the font's pretty small. So I feel like that's why this is looks so thick and scary, but I'm not scared. Okay. It will be getting picked up this season. Okay. Now on to some books that are not on my shelves that I'm really excited for. And the first one is Cutthroat. This one says that it's like a mystery thriller book. I'm gonna read the synopsis because the synopsis to me was funny. The synopsis to me was funny, child. So I'm gonna read the synopsis, and it didn't give too much away. So I think we're safe there. It says, Eden Shelton was once told that you can't spell embarrassment without men. She never believed it because, according to her, there was nothing better than being a wife to a loving, appreciative man. Marrying her college sweetheart seemed to make everything in her life better. But dot dot dot. I didn't read the rest of the synopsis. I only read that. So I'm assuming that it's following some housewife that maybe gets betrayed or something goes wrong or maybe her husband goes missing. I don't know, child. I cropped the synopsis to cut off right there. So all we know is that she thinks she's in a loving, happy marriage, and we don't know where it's going to go from that. But it is a mystery thriller book. The cover's interesting. I think it's pretty short, so I'm excited to read that. That's the first one on my TBR. The next one that I'm excited to read, which I have already pre-ordered, is the sequel to Immortal Dark. Is it Immortal Dark? Yeah, Immortal Dark. It's called Eternal Ruin. Immortal Dark was basically following like black vampires in a prestigious magical school that was hidden. Enemies to lovers plot, and the female main character was looking for her sister who had been missing. Really, really good. The main character will piss you off, but I just loved the entire lore and the setup and the world building of that book. And I think the author did a phenomenal job. I'm pretty sure that was her debut, and I'm still shocked that that was like her debut. She did a phenomenal job with that book. So I'm really excited to see what she does with the next book coming up, and I really love the cover, so excited to pick that one up. Let me grab my notes because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. But I put some notes for this one. 1 second. So the next one that I have on my TBR is Slashed Beauties, and this one is really interesting to me. It's basically following wax figures that come to life in during the time period of 1700 to present in Seoul, Korea, and they're wax figures of women who kill men who have wronged them. So to me, that just sounds fun. I think that sounds fun. It's unique, and it's not set in America, so I think maybe it'll be like something different. Wax figures coming to life, being vigilantes for women who got done dirty. Like, I'm 100% here for it. Like, I couldn't be more here for it. Y'all know I love museums. I love museums. I love art, whatever. So it just sounds like it's gonna be fun. So I'm really excited to read that. Okay, the next one that I have on my TBR is definitely at the tippy top. This is Sweet Heat by Bola Babaloa. And she wrote, what was the book? She wrote Honey and Spice, which is one of my favorite books, and this is the sequel to that one. I have not read the synopsis, but I love the cover. It definitely gives like 90s rich auntie in a penthouse vibe. Like, I don't really know what the lore is there, but I'm excited. I'm curious if it's following the best friend and the guy who she was like pretending she wasn't interested in. I don't really know who it's following, but all I know is I've read, I think, 2 or 3 books by this author, and I trust her. I think she's a great writer, and I know that this book is going to hold up. I've seen a couple of people read it and review it, and they both gave it. One person gave it 4 stars, the other person gave it 5 stars, and that we have similar reading tastes. So I'm really excited, and I just know I love Honey and Spice. So my hopes are high for this one. I'm not gonna hold you, but I am really excited to read this one as well. Okay, the next one that I have on my TBR is Deadly Ever After. I mentioned this one in my mid-year freakout tag, which if you haven't seen, I'll link it up above. But this one is like a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but queer. And it's following these 2 princesses that have to find true love's first kiss in order to I'm not gonna give that one away because I read this first couple sentences of synopsis. I'm not gonna give too much away. Sleeping Beauty retelling that's queer. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to give too much away, so I think it'll be more fun going into it, not knowing too much. I absolutely love this cover. I've been following this book for a while. They keep pushing back the release date. I think right now it's November, but I'm just gonna be patient and I'm just gonna hope that maybe they just had some more drafts and more things to add. But I need that book like tomorrow. Like I love a retelling, and I don't know, the cover is really cute. I'm really hoping that I enjoy it so I can add it to my shelves. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, child. Okay, the next one that I have, I'm gonna have to have my notes as well. This one is called The Hunger We Pass Down, and it's a Chinese Canadian um generational horror book. It's basically demons being passed down through generations, and I just think that is so sick. The cover is really cool. I'm hoping that it just really just engulfs you. Like I love when a story engulfs you. I love when stories follow generations, especially generations of women. It's just so interesting to me, especially when you see like the history of each woman and like why they became who they are or whatever. Like I love that. And then you mix in horror, it's like demons being passed down through generations. That is so unique to me. I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a perfect book for fall, and it definitely will give the horror vibes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the next book that I have is The Flowers I Deserve, and this one has a really long synopsis. I didn't read all of it, so I'm, I'm not 100% sure 100% of what the synopsis is, but I read another book by this author, and that one was like a demon hunter and a what is it called? What are the monsters called that can like make men do whatever they want? So I've read one other book by this author, and it was The Fall That Saved Us. It was between an angel demon hunter and a succubus. So it was two female leads. It was really interesting. I enjoyed the writing. It was very flowery. So I'm curious to see like how another book by her will be. This one, the synopsis is slightly confusing. It says it's like there's like a white lotus disease that's going around, and it's like very bad for people to have the white lotus. I don't know if it's like a disease or like a magical ability, but the female main character has the white lotus. I think it's called the white something, the white flower, the white something of the chat. Hold on, let me look. Okay, I'm just going to read the beginning of the synopsis here. It says, Weeping Luna is as common as wildflowers, and in the northern kingdoms, assassination by its flora poison is rampant. Those born with immunity are coveted as heteric clerical orders and the endangered aristocracy and shunned by the superstitious society. Okay, so immunity to immunity to the weeping Luna is superstitiously bad, and I guess the female main character is immune. I don't want to read any more of the synopsis. It's too long. And I don't want to know the entire lore, but I saw a review and someone was saying I love the evil queen, blah blah blah, whatever. So it's like, if you gonna give me a morally gray character who's immune to a poison that people feel like is superstitiously bad, sign me up. Okay, and the cover just eats. I feel like this author is really good at setting up like complex main characters. She definitely gave that in The Fall That Saved Us, so I'm interested to see like how the story goes and what it's about, because baby, I'm not reading that whole synopsis, but you get the idea. You get the point. Okay, the next book that I have is by Tiffany D. Jackson, and it's called The Scammer. I love this cover. It's basically following these two roommates in college, and one of the roommates' brother, he's like a con artist. He ends up moving in and starts controlling their every move, everything they do. I don't know how deep it gets, but I'm interested. Okay, like I feel like Tiffany D. Jackson, I'm really glad that she's like stepping more into like horror spooky vibes, because she always has like an underlying like feeling of uneasiness in her books. But she also ties it into real life. I feel like the only book that she wrote that wasn't, no, even that one, I feel like all of her books tie into real life events, things that happen in the black community, things that happen historically, and you'll read it and be like, this could never happen, but then you realize like, wait, this has actually happened. Like whether it's Grown, Monday's Not Coming, allegedly Weight of Blood, which was like a Carrie retelling, I've read like 6 of her books, and all of them have like a similar dark underlying feel that ties into historical or real life events. So I'm really curious to see like what this is going to be about. And the title is called The Scammer, so I just know it's going to be crazy, child. I just know, but I'm excited for it. Okay, the next one that I have on my TBR is The Girls Who Play Dead, and it's basically following these siblings that are like investigating a murder and trying to figure out what happened. But the more they investigate, the more dark and twisted things are revealed. So I'm excited for that. I love the cover. I'm hoping I really enjoy it because I love anything with like a sibling dynamic. I just think it adds more depth to the characters, especially seeing like their relationship and how complex it is. So I'm excited to see what it's about and see how it goes. Okay, the next one that I have is a little bit silly. It's called Spookily Yours. And I added to my TBR specifically because of the cover. I just think it's fun and it's also really short. It's like 250 pages, which is like the perfect length for me. I love a book that's like 250 pages or less, okay? And this one is basically following a witch who has a cat, and her cat turns into a human slash demon. Like I think her cat was like pretending to be a cat and he actually was a demon the entire time, or like a shapeshifter or something like that. And she basically is like on a mission to save her cat demon whatever child. I don't even know how to explain this. But she's on a mission to like exorcise her demon, quote unquote. But it turns into like a rom-com, and I don't know, I just love the cover. I think it's so cute and I'm excited to read it and see how it goes. Hopefully the writing's good. A lot of people said it has like insta love or whatever, but that doesn't really bother me, honestly. So I'm curious to see like what the book is about, but the cover definitely just gives fall vibes, okay? 100%. Next one that I have is The Witch and the Cowboy, and this one looks really cute. I don't know what the synopsis is. I will not be reading the synopsis, but I think it's set in like a small town and it's following like a cowboy who catches a witch during a murder, and it's their romance. That's all I know. But I love the cover. I think mashing up these two genres would be interesting because I've read like spooky fall books or whatever, but I've never read like a small town country book with a witch in it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think that'll be like fun. I'm curious to see how the writing is, how the story is, or whatever, because if it's good, it's gonna get added to my shelves immediately. Okay, the next one that I have is Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming, and this one is following 4 best friends who go on a trip to New Orleans. I love the Friendsgiving large group of friends vibe. I really do. That's the only thing I miss about my hometown is like having like my large group of friends where we would do like friendsgivings and game nights and stuff like that. It was definitely a nice community. It's a little bit different here because I'm here by myself, but I don't know. I do love that whole vibe. I love reading about it, and I'm curious to see like what they get into when they go to New Orleans. I don't really know anything else about the synopsis. All I know is it's following 4 best friends and they're going to New Orleans, and I love the cover. It's coming out soon, so I'm definitely excited for this one. The final one that I have is Hear My Heart, and this one I don't know too much about. I saw Shaughnessy talking about this one, and I know it has a deaf female main character, and that's about it. It's a romance and the cover's really cute. Anything that has like crunchy leaves and people in like oversized sweaters looking adorable together, sign me up. Yeah, you don't have to do much. Like for fall books, you really don't have to do much. If you give me a cute cover, baby, I'm sold. Okay, and we got black main characters. Okay, yeah, I'm tuned in. All right, cover looks cute. I think it just got delivered today. Actually, I ordered it a few days ago, so I'm excited to read that. Looks cute, looks cozy, and I'm curious to see if I enjoy it. And I also have an honorable mention of a book that I just started reading. It's called Never Whistle at Night. I've talked about this one before. I think I got this I either got this in Puerto Rico or I got this in Hawaii. I can't remember, but you guys have probably seen this book before. It's a dark fiction anthology by indigenous authors. It's written by 26 indigenous authors, and I'm really excited to read it. I've already started. I'm not big on anthologies, but I don't mind them because it's just like a whole bunch of little mini stories, so it could be fun. I'm curious to see if they're actually really dark and twisted. Anything that has like indigenous characters or about anything by indigenous authors is always so interesting to me, especially because it usually ties into like nature or spirituality or community. Like, I just love all of those themes. Those are definitely some of my tag words. So I'm kicking off my fall TBR by reading this one, and that is my honorable mention. Let me double check my list to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so all of those are all 15 of the books and my honorable mention that I'll be reading for the fall season. I'm really excited to read these books. I'm just excited to have hot chocolate and pumpkins and pumpkin spice and just the vibes. Like, I'm excited for the vibes, okay? I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section below if any of these books you're interested in, or any books that are on your TBR that you're really excited to read for the spooky season, or something that you're really excited to do this season. I myself personally have signed up for a few classes. I really want to go apple picking. I really want to go apple picking and like pumpkin picking as well. Like, those are like two things I really want to do this season. And I want to make like a spiked hot chocolate. Like, that's just like one of the things I have to do. And I low-key want to try my fireplace. I've had this fireplace this entire time that I've lived here and I've never used it, so I'm curious, but I'm scared. So we'll see how that goes. But those are just a few things that I want to do this season. Let me know in the comment section below what you're most excited for this season. I'm also excited to do readathons with my patrons. So if you want to check out any of my content over on Patreon, you can either buy the video separately, or you can sign up as a member, or you can sign up annually. I've been posting newsletters so you guys can like see the content that I have coming up on my Patreon if you're interested. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end, please leave this emoji right here in the comment section below so I know you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interested, and I will see you next time. And a special, special, special thank you to my patrons. I will see you guys in the group chat and get ready for our fall readathon. I'm ready. I'm ready for the prompts, okay? So I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey. Gotta look older, was a young flexer. Hey. You know that it's a go, cause my jacket checker. Hey. Pop one pill, but it's a double decker. Hey. Yes, sir. Hey. I ain't talking schools, I'm waiting on a transfer. Hey. Send a pussy boy to meet my ancestors. Hey. Put up on the block, it's hot flaming Chester.